Good evening, good evening. It is week 1 coaching chat. Oh, I'm so excited for you ladies. So let's see who's coming onto the live. Anyone that's watching this on replay, go forward a few minutes and then make sure that you comment that you've seen it afterwards. And if there's any questions, then feel free to fire some questions at me. But enjoy it. It will be about 40 minutes long. I'll just get my lip balm. Where is it? Have we got anyone coming on? Hope so. Oh, morning? Evening, Ruth. Good start, eh? This is how I roll in the evening. How are you? Are you good? I'm on a creaky chair as well. Right, I won't move. Oh, we've got 2 people. Who else do we have? Hello. I'm just waiting for your name to pop up. Tracy. I don't know why I can't. Oh, it's because it's like your profile picture. Is it you walking with a little one? It's very sweet. Sarah, good evening. Has anyone else just had their dinner or are you having it after? Oh, that's what I was going to say. Sarah, you know you were really worrying about food. I'll give you a recommendation for dinners, but we really are breaking this down week by week, so don't worry. Camel tea. I'm going in for a camel tonight. Hi Tracy. Hi, yeah, still worn out from this morning workout. Yeah, I must admit I felt quite tired this afternoon until I got outside with the kids running around, and then I felt much better. It does help getting that little bit of fresh air in the afternoon, I find. Gets you through the afternoon, doesn't it? That's with you and your grandson. Oh, how lovely. Ruth, hi, I'm like that all the times of the day at the moment. Looking forward to school, going back. Oh, tell me about it. Just like finding, just having the enthusiasm to think of something to do with the kids. It's just, we've just got to that point where we've just been doing it for so long. Just like, oh, I've got nothing left to give. I do feel like, Edie's doesn't go back till tomorrow. But just starting this week fresh, knowing that we were going to get back into some normality, oh God, it just feels like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders for sure. Hi Sarah, good evening. I know everyone's feeling the same. I think even without kids, it just feels, I don't know, maybe not. Does it feel different, ladies, without kids, with like getting into September? Does it feel like something's changing? Maybe not for people that have already been going back to work and, you know, doing what they do, but it definitely does for us mums. Sarah, hi, just come from catching up this morning's workout. Oh, well done. The colour of tomato. Yes, not surprised. Enjoy that shower in a bit. Or are you a bath person? If I had a really lovely bathroom, my bathroom's okay, but it's just tiny. So you're basically pretty much like the bath, you know, I don't know, about a metre away from the toilet, and you just think, oh, I don't really want to sit there looking at the toilet. Does not appeal to me at all sitting in my bath. Edie's got really into bath bombs, so she went to Lush the other day and bought a load of bath bombs. That was nice. They are really nice actually. I never got into Lush, but they are all really good natural stuff. Oh, and she went to Body Shop. Oh, remember the days of Body Shop. Ruth, you're the same era, and Sarah, you'll remember Body Shop days. White Musk. Right, so we'll get going, and if other people jump on, that's fine. I think we're at 6, aren't we? So what I want to do this week, you might think like, hang on a minute, we're not really talking about food. The task today was just about how we want to look. It's not really helping us get anywhere. All these things are actually really important, and probably more important than me telling you what foods to go and eat, okay? We can find that information extremely easily. It's getting on top of just having some accountability, setting the scene, kind of knowing that you've got the basics around losing weight and feeling good and toning up and keeping it going. That's actually the most important bit that we need to be doing. Hello, don't worry, we've literally just started, Kelly. So don't worry. I'd love a bath, but don't have one. Oh, boo. Oh, you have to book into a hotel every now and then with a nice like jacuzzi bath or something in your room, Sarah. Oh, maybe that's a thing to set, like after getting to a certain goal with your measurements. Be like, right, I'm booking up that hotel. That's my treat. It's a big one, I know. Ruth, Juvie girl. Oh, were you? Funny, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, we need to get sorry, now I'm reading all the messages again. That's a good goal to have. Yeah, so ladies, we've got to enjoy the process. So let's start on that. In order for this to be a success and long-term success for you, you've got to enjoy the process. So we will make this really lovely. We'll all get to know each other. This is where we do get to know each other quite nicely. I know that you can't see each other, but we're just messaging in and we can reply to each other's messages, and this will happen again with the tasks and the Wednesday measurements as well. So you'll just get that lovely buzz of being part of the group. It will just really spur you on. So I think that's one thing that will really help you. The things that we need to look at and make sure that we are sort of, giving some attention there's 5 things which I think are important to make sure you're at least trying to improve them, okay? Actually, I should probably I'm going to change that one. So we keep the exercise stuff all in that other group, and I asked that question today of what workouts you're doing in there. Now, anyone that's on the 6-day plan, really, you want to be trying to maximize as many workouts as you can do from that group. So if you could try and get into the habit straight away as we begin of doing the 5 workouts, even if you're not doing them during the live, you're doing them the next morning, but early morning, well, you're only going to be a day behind, aren't you? So you can catch up on the Saturday. Some people do a back-to-back. So you could do an upper body and the resistant band glute work back to back, because they're only quick. So, I mean, you didn't have to do the warm up cool down, you could remove all that and you could be doing it in sort of 45 minutes. So if you would, if you wanted to do a slightly longer one on a Saturday or something like that, basically every week I'm going to ask you that same question on a Monday. So you have to write down, and the more clear you are of putting it into your diary and being really focused about what days, what time your workout's happening, the more likely you are to stick to doing those, okay? So I will always ask you that on Monday. So that's the workouts side. So we know that we're nailing that. We know that they're the right workouts. The only other thing I'd say about adding in, if you've got time, is a few walks. Now, I think quite a lot of you have got dogs. A lot of you are country folk. So get outside. Hi, Vicky. We're just talking about goal setting and also just getting the basics set for this week so that we're in a really good head state. We're sort of making sure that we're, looking after ourselves. So that's all we're talking about tonight. Is getting out and getting some fresh air. So if you can do some walks throughout the week, that will just really help you with your energy levels. It will stop cravings. It will stop lethargy. Being lethargic. It didn't sound right. And it will stop the snacking, things like that. It will just give you that fresh, it really does, that afternoon, I've found. And I know that this isn't possible for everyone, but if you could just get outside for a quick 10 minutes of fresh air, even if, you could just walk around the block of where you work or anything like that, that would help reset you into those afternoons where, I don't know if anyone else feels the same. I feel tired. I get really yawny around about 3 or 4 o'clock. is quite a tricky time. So you might need to have a snack at that point as well, and definitely hydrate with a really, a good glass of water or herbal tea or something that will refresh you, get a bit of fresh air, reset yourself, and that will really help with anything, with stopping that sort of evening snacking and before dinner or after dinner snacking. So those are the only other things I'd say around the exercise. If you can get out and do some walking as well. Was that walking dog? There you go. See, Vicky's already doing it. Oh, you could have done it whilst walking, couldn't you, Vic? You could have put your sorry if I'm starting to just call you whatever names comes first in bed. I hope that you don't mind. Get your earphones on next time, you could hear me, or is the Wi-Fi or internet pants there? Might be. So that's exercise. The other thing I think is key is hydration. So we've already talked about this a lot, haven't we? And a lot of people really struggle with this one. It's so difficult for people to get this nailed. So make this like top of your agenda for the next 7 days, okay? That's what I want you to really think about. Is getting that bottle of water. If you don't like your current bottle of water, it like bores you to look at, get a really nice funny jazzy one. Those chill bottles, those metal ones are really nice, and they do keep your water nice and cool as well, and they don't taste plasticky, and they don't take on like soapy tastes and flavours. So I think they're the ones to go for. They're obviously a bit more eco-friendly, no baddies in them. So get a couple of those, ladies, and make sure that you are filling that up first thing in the morning, and you're taking it everywhere you go. If you're just at home, have that, take it to the other rooms. If you're going to go and hang out in the bedroom, take it up there with you, so you've always got that water, so you can just have a few sips throughout the day. Okay, so that's your key, really. That would be your goal setting for this week, is just to really, really nail that drinking of that water. And this will be an ongoing thing to keep catching up, to keep checking in with yourself, because I know from the previous plans that that's been something that people have got good at for a while and then they've let it slip. I cannot leave the house now without my water bottle. It's like my keys and my phone, okay? So these habits definitely can be formed, and they definitely can get ingrained, so your brain just automatically does these things then. It's like autopilot, isn't it? You know that you've got to have those essentials. So yes, so that's one to focus on. The next one I would say is our biggie, and this is the one that will really transform you losing that weight, and it will help you stay satisfied, and it will help build up that lean muscle, and it will stop getting, the weight all going around the middle and the tire. So yeah, this is the key, is protein. Okay, so we talked about that lots in the 5-day challenge. You're right, Edie? Okay, just quickly grab something then. So you need to make sure that every meal that you're having, you've got some protein. Now there's some veggie people out there, and Sarah, you eat fish, so there's lots and lots of options. Now, my favourite recipe book, I have got something that you can download, but I was looking through the recipes, and also when I first got the recipe pack, it was downloadable, but I was finding that no one was actually making use of the recipes, including myself, because to print it off there was about 50 pages of paper. Well, who wants something like that to keep referring to? It's not practical. So I am all for recommending this man, because his recipe books are so simple, and who wants to spend hours in the kitchen? I certainly do not. These you can make in 20 minutes, ladies. They're great for one person, 2 people. There's quite a lot of you that live on your own, actually, and there's also, like Sarah, for instance, you have to cook your meals separately because you're veggie or, pescatarian. So you want something that, it's just so easy and accessible. I would say this one, so you can probably get that on Amazon now. That one is, I think, one of his originals, Lean in 15. Oh, hello. Edie's got the cereal coming out. The pudding cereal. Oh, brilliant. Lean in 15. So yeah, really great recipes in there. And Sarah, there's loads of fish ones in there. There isn't actually like veggie ones, but we will get some of those off Vicky as well because she is a vegetarian. So it's nice to have a couple of you in the group. Vicky's lost a really decent amount of weight on the last 6-day plan. So she can help inspire you with some of those evening meals that you're really struggling with. Okay, so protein. Make sure you're having it with every meal. You need to make sure, protein, remember, size of your hand, so it's like a deck, that you are having at least, I will say 3, 4, 5 portions of protein, okay? So that's 20 to, oh, the door is shut. At least 20 grams with every meal. Yes, please, Vicky. Don't worry, we will get to that stage. We will break down our meals week by week so that we have at least 5 choices that we each enjoy eating. So it's a bit different from the last plan. We didn't do this, but this is actually going to be so much better than last time. Where each week we break down the meals. So for instance, next week we're going to be looking at food photos and where you're at. And then the week after we'll move on to really nailing breakfast, okay? So that you've got 5 options, so that you don't just have one option and then you get absolutely fed up with it, and then you start going back to sugary cereals and toast and things like that. Okay, so yeah, we are just going to get you so focused and honed in on all of those meals looking brilliant, okay, and not boring. But yeah, go get this one. I'm sure it'll be so cheap. I think Joe Wicks has a vegetarian. Oh, Tracy, there you go. Well, he's your man, isn't he? Slightly annoys me. I should have my own recipe book, shouldn't I? But I'm a bit pathetic in the kitchen. If I'm totally honest, if I put my mind to it, I can do a good meal. But I'm just quite used to just fairly on point food. Sarah Trick, I don't do amazing recipes, but eat corn and lentils quite a lot. I cook meat for my kids. Okay, yeah, Sarah's got to cook meat for the kids, don't you, Sarah? So do you eat corn? You do, don't you, Sarah? Yeah. Well, I would say, I mean, Vicky, you have a protein powder as well, don't you? Sarah, have you got your protein powder yet? Because I would say that would just nail one meal easily for breakfast then, and you know that that's sorted. You're getting your protein hit. It will help keep you going till lunch. Your lunch is good, like you said, but we will work on all of these. So I went slightly off there. Protein. Make sure you are getting enough protein. So what I do is I have, again, I'm just going to very vaguely say this so that you've got some idea, but we will go into this so much more, so please don't feel overwhelmed with all this information. You have a PhD protein powder, yep. And Sarah eats corn, good, cool, that will help. Like spag bowls and things like that, it's quite a good one, isn't it? Tin tomatoes, throw a few courgettes in, onions, peppers, herbs, job done. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my protein powder is 1 portion of protein, and then I will put some ground up seeds in it, so that is probably half a portion of protein as well, or quarter. So that's, that's already getting quite a decent amount then. Some people have like Greek yogurt with their protein smoothie as well, and that would be definitely 2 portions there. And then my lunch tend to be things like a couple of eggs and tuna, and then loads of salad. Again, so doubling up on my protein, and then my dinner will be probably quite a bit of chicken or something like that. So doubling up again there. So yes, protein, just think about making sure every meal's got protein, and also obviously something nutritious on it. Has it got some vegetables? Has it got some salad? Has it got some colour on the plate? If not, you definitely need to get some on there, okay? At least 2 different varieties of vegetables or salad on that plate along with your protein, okay? Everything else will then fall in place. Don't panic about that. So we've said water, absolute key, especially let's get this nailed for this week. Your workouts you're going to nail this week, and that's going to, like, starting with your intentions, of doing 5 a week will just really help you moving forward, because if you just start as you mean to go on, it'll just keep coming. Okay. Protein I've mentioned. The next thing is obviously really important is sleep. If we're not getting enough sleep, our bodies just aren't recovering, our muscles, you know, that's going to be the last thing that your body is going to be dealing with is building up that lovely lean muscle which will pull the body in tight and tone up all the wobbly bits. So sleep is so key for everything, isn't it? I mean, it's, you know, for food cravings, for your body to function properly, for energy, for your skin, for your weight loss, for your muscle tone. So, so make sleep as something that you try and get on top of. Now, the things that have really helped me over the past few weeks are chamomile tea, really helping me. It just is relaxing me, and it just kills any anxieties or any stresses. It just makes me feel calm, honestly does. So I now have a chamomile tea every evening, and I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks, I think. I listened to an audible about anxiety. I was sort of suffering a few weeks ago, and it recommended a few things to do, and it said tea is really good for the reason that tea makes you stop, doesn't it? So if you have a cup of tea, whichever tea you're having, it makes you, it's kind of like you've got to do something, so you kind of have to do that role of making it, so it feels quite important. And then you also always sit down to enjoy that cup of tea, so it gives you that moment of just having a break, doesn't it? A bit of a switch off. So that's why I think tea's also really good. Obviously caffeine in the evening, not helpful for sleep. That's fine, Rebecca, that's cool, no worries catching up. Very tired children after school. Oh, they went back today. God, there's going to be some meltdowns this week, isn't there? I won't say it too loudly because Edie's definitely going to happen though. Right, Sarah, we've spoken about this, haven't we? Really struggle with sleeping or changing regular sleep pattern. We did speak about that, and we said that actually what you need to try and do is possibly go to start going to bed earlier. And get into that routine of seeing how that goes. You're kind of missing the boat, aren't you? You get to that point where you're really tired, but you've stayed up, and then you've pushed yourself past that boundary, and then it's like, oh no, I've missed it. So then your body is trying to kick into action again, isn't it? Or it just isn't on the right, I don't know, it just isn't the right pattern. That's what I'm trying to say. So chamomile tea, try that, ladies. It's not my favourite tasting tea, I must admit, but it does calm me down, so I think it's really worthwhile. Yes, absolutely cool. And then my other thing now, and Edie's got addicted to this as well. She's been doing it for the past week, I think, is listening to the hypnosis meditation to go to sleep to. And I just put that on YouTube, and it will just send me off to sleep, and it will turn off when it wants to. I don't know, sometimes I wake up a few hours later needing the toilet. Annoyingly, I always have to go to the toilet in the night. But it just, you know, I just get up, go and go back to sleep. So I think those two things for me have been really helpful. I used to be such a great sleeper, but the past couple of months not been great. So yeah, so chamomile tea has been really great for me, really helped on those evening hypnosis things. I think you just have to switch off because it gets you sort of breathing calmer, it gets you not thinking about any of your worries. You know, it just takes your mind away from all that silliness, that stuff. And the other thing is for sleeping, some people journal, don't they? But I'm more of a morning person for writing down a few things that I want to get done that day, that sort of thing, than, you know, writing down worries and things like that. But I know that some people do that in the evenings, and it helps to just get it out of your head, and then you can process it, can't you? And sometimes perhaps you can read them back and go, oh, that's silly, what on earth was that worried about? Or, you know, that's a pointless worry, I can't even do anything about it. And if you can't do anything about worries, ladies, they aren't worthwhile, okay? So only if you can action something there and then, like a step to improve that worry, is it a real worry. If you can't, put it to bed, forget about it, okay? So that's a good one. So I have said sleep, exercise, water. So I think there's 6 really, isn't there? Protein. What else? I think that's it. A supplement. So again, it's hard for us to make sure we're getting enough nutrition from what we're eating. And I think when you're going down the, trying to lose weight, you're probably cutting back on eating a little bit. So I really recommend just getting yourself a decent multivitamin and mineral, okay? Just keep it basic, but a really good one. And if you can get a food state one, which they are a little bit more expensive, but a food state one is just more natural for your body to process. So it's not putting your body through any more strain that it's already under. So your liver can process it really nicely, really easily. And if it's something that your body doesn't need, it will get rid of it. Okay, so that's why food state supplements are the best to go. But I'm not going to go too much into those. During the weeks coming along, I hope to get someone that is more of an expert on supplements, and they can come on and do a chat with us. So we get guest still got a really dry mouth. We get guest experts on now and again, which is really nice just to have someone else like tell us some stuff. It's lovely. So we will factor that one in. I really will try and make that happen. Hi Trish. And the last one, which perhaps should be top of the list if I'm honest, is fun, freedom. Make sure that life isn't all doom and gloom, or not doom and gloom, but like pressure, stress, work, kids, like there's always something to do. The to-do list, I've got so much to do. Just try and factor in something that you find fun, whatever it is. It might be getting outside for a walk. That is probably one of mine. I do like a good giggle. I really like I would love to feel young. I love to feel free. I love to forget that I am, I am a parent and all that sort of thing. Sometimes it's just nice just to just let loose, isn't it? So whatever you can do to get in that kind of head state, at least a couple of times a week, even if it's just for like 5 or 10 minutes, I think it's so important. So maybe watching, if you can't find something to do, well, let's think of some suggestions. I think a little comedy clips are good to watch throughout the week. You just go on YouTube and watch a few clips of different guys or girls, guys, comedians that you find amusing. So that really helps to lift the mood as well. So some things like that will just get you into a little giggly mood. Just take all those stresses away is so important. So there's one thing to do. I like a good walk. It's not necessarily fun for people, but it is for me. I find that really agreed, Kelly. Cool. I find that's just my Zen spot. I get out. I'm surrounded by views, green, fresh air. You just walked in showing the cereal box. Edie, that's recycling day. Right, could you pop out, darling? I will be done in a minute. Edie, just pop back out. Good girl. Good girl. Sorry. And then lost my train of thread. Sorry, I was being a moody mum then. I'm working. Yeah, so comedy. I wasn't laughing then, was I? It wasn't very nice. I mean, I can have a proper laugh with Edie as well. We can do some funny things together, so it doesn't have to be on your own. It can be things that you do with the kids. Just getting on the trampoline maybe and letting loose with them and being a total wally and, just being a kid again, or just being free, just to not care what anyone else thinks. I think that's so important to factor into our week. So whatever that is, in fact, it'd be great if you could list a few things that you just find fun, things that help you feel like just away from all the stresses and strains, that nothing matters. Okay, what helps you, ladies? Come on, post something in now. No pressure. I'm trying to think of the other things that I find funny. Oh, listening to some tunes in the evenings at the weekend. Tunes, a couple glasses maybe. Don't dancing around the kitchen. Oh, there was a time Steve and I would just like get the tunes, get the power ballads out, dancing around the kitchen. there was one night he actually did, you know, the Dirty Dancing lift. He actually lifted me. He was working on the tools then, he was a bit stronger. Can't believe he did that. That was pre-ED as well. That was so funny. I'm like a lead weight these days, too much muscle. So Sarah, dog walking, swimming, catching up with friends, and yes, I love music. Oh, fab, that's brilliant. Laughing with friends, brilliant. How can you factor that in then, ladies, making sure that you're getting enough of that a week? Please do make sure you are, because it's like with you, Kelly, laughing with mates is the best. It really is, isn't it? But you need to make sure you're factoring that in every week then, okay? Even if it's just like a few WhatsApp messages back and forth to people that make you laugh. Hang around with people that make you feel good about yourself, okay? Don't hang around with those doom and gloom people. They are not helping us to feel good. I know we've got to spend some time with doom and gloom people as well, but potentially we might have people in the family that are like that. Or, you know, just people that you've got to go and work and they're a bit doom and gloom. But actually just giving them some love and support then, actually that feels good, doesn't it? So helping people, that feels really rewarding. So, you know, but do get those fun people around you that just lift you up. Do, it's so important. Catching up with friends really is the best. Cool. So make sure you're factoring that in every single week then, ladies. French and Saunders, absolutely fab, that's great. Singing, dancing with friends, messing around with the kids, etc. Oh, see, there you go. It's so nice, isn't it? We've got to keep reminding ourselves that life can just be that simplistic and fun and lovely. So every time that you're like feeling a bit like, you know, maybe it's check-in day on the Wednesday, or you're not loving how it went. Just check in with yourself and remind yourself not to put yourself under pressure. It's no point. And let's just talk about Wednesday then. So obviously Wednesday this week is going to be your first measurement tracking day. If people don't want to weigh on scales, I'm all for it. Throw the bloody things away. I hate them. I do not weigh myself. I stopped doing that a very long time ago. I only use my tape measure. Okay, so if you only want to do that, that's all cool. If anyone's struggling with printing the thing off, just write it down yourself. Don't worry about it. That's the thing I want to say. You have to do your measurements in the morning, ladies, okay? Doing them halfway through the day is not helpful. Basically, and I did put this in the beginning message. I won't go on about it. I'm not going to give you a hard time. But I want you all to get some really great results. So by waking up first thing on the Wednesday morning, you are just getting that tape measure. You go to the loo, get your tape measure straight out. You have that piece of paper on the sides, wherever you like doing it, in the bedroom perhaps, so you've got a mirror there, or wherever you've got that mirror, so that you can check that you're doing your measurements right. Don't worry, you'll get really good at this very quickly. Don't pull it too tight, just keep it relaxed, or you know, just the right measurement, so it's not pulled too tight. Write them straight down, photograph it, send it straight into the group, and just answer those questions. Just roll them off. Okay, you don't need hours to think about these things. And the more that you are just that in getting to that mode of doing it first thing in the morning, the better it will be for you. Okay. So just always do that on the Wednesday morning. I don't want you to think, oh, I've got a busy day. Get up 5 minutes earlier. That's all you need to make sure that that happens. Okay, it takes 5 minutes. All right. So we'll make sure. I really don't want to say that again either. You're all just going to do it. I know you are, because you're amazing. Thank you. Being with my grandson on the trampoline, laughters, Lego, building and colouring. That's so lovely. So lovely. Love it. How are we all on the trampoline, by the way? Do we have to have a quick wee break beforehand? Or halfway through? Oh. Anyway, your pellet floor ladies are going to be, they're going to be solid soon. So some really lovely ideas there. So ladies, I hope you're really, just take it steady. Remember that we're breaking this all down into such a manageable thing. Not because not because I'm trying to like hold you back, but because that's how it works, okay? That's how you get to lose this weight really well. And it doesn't feel overwhelming, it doesn't feel stressful. It will just start to just all like fall into place and start happening for you, okay? So today was all about just getting yourself in that right head state, knowing that the key things, you've got them nailed. Or at least, you know, those basics. So let's repeat them. A supplement, get yourself a multivitamin, a mineral supplement, food state 1 if you can. Try and get that sleep really going well. So if you're staying up too late, ladies, you need to start going to bed a bit earlier. They do say that 10 o'clock is a really, you know, kind of like a perfect time to really start unwinding. So, you know, try some things out, see how it works. Chamomile tea is really helping me, so perhaps try that if you're struggling. And like we said, the meditation things are really nice as well. Oh, Claire, I tried your meditation one out. Worked a treat. I don't know where I got to on it. Not very far through it anyway, that's for sure. But yeah, it sent me straight off like a baby. It was good. Thank you for that. Water, ladies, keep hydrated. If you're dehydrated, your body doesn't necessarily realise that it wants water instead of food, okay? So it might just send you wanting something quick and you might think that you're really hungry. Always have that water first, okay? Protein on every plate, fun, and you're going to be nailing the exercises in the separate group anyway, and you know, you're going to give that your all and really make that part of your week and the coming weeks. And you will just see that body changing. I promise you, it's going to be amazing. It really is. So just keep upbeat, but also feel that, you know, if there's things that are struggling, or don't hide away from this group. Utilize the support that's within this group, okay? If there's things that are cropping up in your mind and you think, God, you know, it's so annoying. Everyone else is doing really well. I'm not, I'm struggling. You've got to get it out there. As soon as you start voicing these things, you probably will feel so much better for it. So don't keep those things, sort of, you know, don't keep them festering away in your mind, okay? Get them out there and we'll help you just move straight forward with it. I'll give you some steps just to break straight free, and you will feel amazing. Not amazing, but you'll feel like, oh, okay, I know how to move forward now. This is good. And it's always something so simple, I promise you. So yeah, we're always here to help each other. Now, I don't tend to, that's the other reason why I love you posting in the morning, ladies, is I'm going to really set some boundaries for myself around my working hours, of making sure that I am working, you know, in the mornings through till sort of school pickup time, okay? And then obviously I will do this live coaching call in the evenings, but that's going to be my hours. And then if you message into the evening, that's absolutely fine. But I probably won't reply until the morning. So don't think that I'm not going to answer you, but I just need to set some boundaries around for the family now. I think with school going back, it feels like a great time to do that. So the other things that I've set habit for myself is the cereal munching is gone, ladies. That is no more in the evenings. So don't start doing what I used to do. Don't get those Rice Krispies out. I do need an evening snack though, so I have now bought, I'll just show you. These yummy things, which are actually on sale on Waitrose at the moment. So they're just little squares, they're oaty, chocolatey, they're low sugar, they've got some carbs. I find that I just need some little carb hit in the evening. So because they're little and individual, that is going to be what I'm sort of my go-to now in the evenings, later into the evening. It's usually about 8 or 8:30 that I just want something, okay? So if you're that sort of person, then find something like this. They could also do fruit flavours as well. So if you think that chocolate isn't going to help you, then don't have that. If it might, you know, hinder you. But yeah, if you are an evening snacker, then just get something like that. Claire, you were struggling, weren't you? I recommend just getting something like this. It feels like a sweet treat, but it's healthy. It's small, individual. It's just, you're just going to have one. It'll tide you over really nicely to the morning then. So that's what I'm doing. So I've set lots of new goals. See, this thing is great, starting something new, because you can then put other things in place around that one thing that's changed. Okay, so this is why starting with your workouts and trying to fit in those 5 this week and then making it kind of a regular thing will really help you. So if there's any areas that you need to really work on, we will get that all sorted, okay? But make water a big one for this week. Has anyone got any questions that they want to ask? Make sure you've got your tape measures. Make sure you've got that piece of the measurement tracker printed off, or write your own, scribble one up. You just need 9 weeks worth for those body girth measurements, love that word. And do it first thing on the Wednesday morning, okay? So I will post out to you at 5 in the morning on the Wednesday. Don't worry, you don't have to be up at 5. I'm never up at 5. It's all scheduled. And it will just help you to do the measurements and set the scene for that day and kind of, you know, give you a spur on for the rest of the week, really. Yes, they're nice. Cool. I reckon things like that, they're probably the way forward for us, Claire. So yeah, the other thing that I've put in a habit I post on Facebook is my facial cleaning regime. Giving my face a bit more attention. After Jessica coming on to our 5-day challenge, she really made me realise how I was really not caring for my face very well at all. So all these things are happening since this new 60-day plan and the kids going back to school, so it's great. So ladies, if you've got anything that you think you need to set this week, write them down, jot them down, post them to the group if you want to, post them into the comments here. Set your intentions for the next 7 days, okay? Just for 7 days, that's how we break it down. Right, I shall love you and leave you. Oh, Tracy likes them too. Oh, there we go, we'll all be on them now. I swear I should have shares in lots of different things. I should get shares in food, work, gym equipment. I'm trying to get some gym equipment as well for everyone. Get some cost price gym equipment. Right, okay ladies, this was great. Thank you all for tuning in, really helpful, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Well, no, I'll see you tomorrow for the next workout, upper body tomorrow with some dumbbells. Has everyone managed to get their equipment and everything now? I hope so. If not, it's all probably coming. Marketplace is good. There's definitely some bargains to be had on there if you want to get some dumbbells or kettlebells. I reckon you could probably find some. The thing is, everyone bought them in lockdown and now have decided they don't want them anymore and aren't using them. But also, I think the factories in China, where a lot of them are made, obviously weren't open. So I think that's why there was a bit of a shortage. So hopefully maybe they might even get cheaper again now. That would be good, wouldn't it? Right, lovely ladies, let's call it a night. Happy Monday, and I will see you tomorrow for upper body workout. Take care.